Thank you. When the battle is over, we will wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall rejoice in the new Uganda. One more time. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall rejoice in a new Uganda. People power! Our power! People power! People power! Our power! Our power! People power! Thank you very much. You may take your seat. A good evening, brothers and sisters. Sisters and brothers, a good evening. Good evening! Yeah, I'm very, very glad to be with you this evening. I must say, I'm supposed to be exhausted, but of course it's been a long day. In fact, it's been a long week. Actually, it's been a long month, if not a long year. But we are here anyway, and I'm energized by finding you here. I know New York is a very, very busy place. So to have you, ladies and gentlemen, to have your time, we don't take it for granted. We don't take it for granted at all. My brother Chiwa has already recognized the presence of Nubian Lee, the presence of brother Nyanzi, the presence of brother Karim, the presence of brother David Lewis, and our brother Semakula. What can I say? I'm looking at people I respect so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we come from Uganda. And I know most of the people here I'm addressing are well aware of what's going on in Uganda. I cannot even start lecturing you about the situation in Uganda. I am looking at people like Ellen Epstein, people I respect so much, whose works have opened my eyes about my own country. I'm looking at people like Sarah, people that have dedicated so much time and affection to our country. I'm in the same space with Professor Ali Mahdi. What more can I say when I'm in the same space with Dr. Otto? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking to people that are knowledgeable. Just by the mere fact that you guys live in New York, I cannot start, lecturing you about Uganda. However, allow me to present the Uganda I live in to you through the ghettos of the ghetto, through the life, the eyes of the ghetto youth. In the same spirit, ladies and gentlemen, because my brother Chiwa is representing so much of the astute politicians, allow me in just a few minutes to invite my brother and co-performer Nubian Lee to just have a few words with you. Come on, Nubian. I know you always have something to say to the people of Uganda, especially in the diaspora.
Thank you, my president. People power. Our power. Our power. People power. Olutalo ngaluende tuliyambale ngule tuliyambale ngule tuliyambale ngule olutalo ngaluende tuliyambale ngule tulivimba mu Uganda. Thank you, my president. Thank you, all of you, for being here, for sparing your time and coming here, not to party, not to sing, but to talk about the future of Uganda. Like they say, when we don't have a vision, we are going to be a community that will perish. And it's true indeed. Whatever is happening in Uganda, everyone is leaving Uganda, simply because the environment there is not conducive for anyone. We do not, everybody who has an ability to do something, the environment is not conducive. We have people who graduated, but they cannot utilize their abilities in Uganda simply because we are being governed by a leadership that is rotten from head to the root. And the only way we can change the governance of our country is by raising awareness, awakening the people to have more concern about the governance of their country. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here and this is the future. The future is bright for Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the diaspora. You've done so much work and we ask you to do more. How? We have the social media. Like you know, social media connects the world and Uganda has become part of that global village. So we can use the social media to expose whatever violence, violation of the human rights and all the injustices that happen in our country. Let's share that. If we expose whatever goes on, we will not be isolated. Yes, it's a global village, and for so many of you, you live in the US and you pay a tax. We have a situation where our own leaders cannot go to the medical facilities back home because they know they cannot work for them. They travel all the way to the US to get medical attention. Please, you have a responsibility to protest about that. Let them go to the same hospitals. Yeah. You have a responsibility. You pay your tax and they want to come and get free treatment in the US. We never get that back home. The situation is so bad. Ladies and gentlemen, Uganda is our home and we don't have another home. But we are united. Like they say, the people united can never be defeated. And the battle must be won. For sure, the battle must be won. And we use whatever platform we have to fight this war. We are using music, we are using the social media. And with those few words, like they say, music is a weapon.
Yes, sir.
We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. People power, our power, our power, people power. The battle must be won. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Nubian. That's my brother from another mother. He comes from Arua, but together we connect our generation musically. Ladies and gentlemen, I was moved to invite Nubian Lee to share with us, not anybody else. Why? Because it is important for us to assert it and to remind each other that this is not about politics as usual. We are not here as politicians because you guys are not going to vote anyway.
Now we are going to vote.
No, we are trying to be realistic. You are supposed to vote, but you are not going to vote.
Why?
You know the situation back at home. We don't pretend about how it is back home. You will forgive me if I'm being too real, but that's where we are. So I am talking to you, ladies and gentlemen, not even as a member of parliament. No, I'm talking to you as a Ugandan, as an artist who is not allowed to do his job. So our coming here is out of desperation, ladies and gentlemen. The last time we came to the United States, we had come to sing. I mean, we used to come, sing, enjoy in New York, go to the Walk of Fame, have fun with our friends, get drunk, I mean, celebrate and go back home. But today, we come to the US, spend all days moving up and down because we are desperate. Because we are trying to do something to change our plight back home. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we talk to you as Ugandans, and while we are talking to you, look at yourself as any other ordinary Ugandan. We are stuck in a country that is squeezing life out of us and out of our people. However, Like I told you, I was personally exhausted, but it was extremely important to connect with you, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys are the cream of our population. Every Ugandan living in New York, in my opinion, is equal to 100, if not 1,000 Ugandans. You shape opinion. You sponsor people back home. But most importantly, your actions and your words are very, very important because they change a lot of things back home. That's why we come to you, to have a chat about our country. You all know that I cannot talk to fellow Ugandans to this number back home. This already would be illegal. Museveni has made it illegal for us to talk to people, and me in particular. You all know I'm the artist whose music cannot play on radio or TV. I'm the artist who cannot stage a show in my own country. And yes, after the police telling so many ridiculous lies, President Museveni recently came out and said he cannot allow me to perform because I came to America and exposed the government excesses back home. That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much to talk about our country, but like I always say, today we don't want to be wailing. Today it shouldn't be lamentation. Today it should be a moment of sharing. So, we are proposing solutions. First and foremost, for us, we are home because we are stuck there. And we are representing the millions upon millions who were stuck back home. Trust me, if they were lucky enough to leave home, they would. But they cannot. And even you guys who are here, I'm sure you don't enjoy this weather as much as you would have enjoyed home. You're not here because you want to come, do your work, and come back home for holiday. Some of you cannot even dare step in your motherland because your opinions are dangerous to you. Many of you are professionals who cannot be accommodated in Uganda the way it is. So you might either be political refugees or economic refugees. All our intelligent young women and men leave home because our country proves them hopeless. That is where we are. But again, we seek to change it, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why, after all that, after realizing that Museveni has concentrated all the power in his hands, we decided to challenge him. And like I've said it before, I'm telling you, fellow Ugandans in New York, that I am personally running to challenge Museveni for the presidency in 2021. I and my team are not doing this because we are the most experienced people. We are not doing this because we know too much in the army. But we are doing this because we have looked around and there's no hope apart from ourselves. And even those that would have had hope in, they've, more or less betrayed the dreams of the nation. So we are coming together to change things for ourselves. Why are we running, or why am I running? There's so many reasons, but most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, you all know that our nation, which is 57 years old, has never seen a peaceful transition of power. Bombs in, bombs out. Even Museveni himself, who gave us a raw deal, told us he was going to stay for only 4 years and hand over power to civilian leadership. He is 30 years too late. And the generation that is at home says we cannot take that nonsense no more. So we are challenging him. We want to put an end to the dictatorship once and for all. We want to return the rule of law in our country. We want to return respect for human rights. We want every Ugandan to be equal before and under the law. We want to change our education system. You know what our education does? She was already giving us examples. I don't want to delve so much into that. But talking about education, imagine what has been and continues to happen at Makerere University. the highest institution of learning, where your daughters, your sisters, our sisters are being raped by the people that we pay to protect them, where our sons, our young brothers are being brutalized for speaking up against injustice, for trying to protect our pockets. I'm sure many of you pay tuition for students out there. But the wife of the president, who is the minister of education, why do I even go there? We want to change our healthcare system. Friends, you know what is happening in our country. Just imagine today, I don't know what time it is, but by the end of today, by the end of every day in Uganda, more than 19 women die giving birth. Every day. They died yesterday, they will die today, or they've already died, they will die tomorrow and the next day. That is how it has been, that is how it is, and that is how it's going to continue to be until we change this nonsense. Talk about children. How many children die? I was on a function sometime, and then there was a plane crash, and the MC pauses and makes a terrible announcement. Plane has gone down. I don't remember which airline it was. Plane has gone down. A terrible tragedy has happened. More than 300 people were on board. They've all perished, and everybody was sad. And it was all over the news internationally for more than a month. And I thought to myself, I'm like, actually every day a plane full of Ugandan babies crash. Every day, because we lose more than 300 children. These are things that are changeable. These are things that are shaming us. You know, we pay ministers, we pay very land people to go to conferences and they sign the Abuja Declaration and all these other declarations that propose that a certain part of the budget is supposed to be allocated to health. For us, our money is spent on oppressing our people, brutalizing our people, and killing them. That is where we are. We want to change our agricultural policies to empower our agriculture. It used to be in my own life, I'm not a very old man, but I've ever seen Uganda, you know, in a better state. I've ever seen uneducated men and women from the village educating tens of children out of agriculture. Not anymore. I've ever seen cooperatives working. Not anymore. In a country that is naturally endowed with the most fertile soils, a country that could be the breadbasket of the region, agriculture is dead because Museveni wants to rule over poor people. Agriculture is dead because all the land belongs to very few people. I'm sure the knowledgeable people here know how many miles, tens of miles of land the members of the first family and their hangers-on have at the expense of Ugandans. I'm sure you hear every day the cases of evictions, land grabbing, and all these cases are followed up to the footstep of Museveni's house or some of his family members. Those are realities. Those are things that people fear to talk about back home. But these are realities. And yes, our country is very, very deeply divided. The Museveni regime ensured that they divide us along tribal lines, along religious lines, along class lines, and we need to heal from that. So that and more are the reasons why we are running. We want to save our country and save ourselves. How do we do that? Ladies and gentlemen, we started this initiative about 2 years ago. Our first step was to open the eyes of our people. Because as a matter of fact, so many of our brothers and sisters back home did not actually know that they are slaves in their own home. Our people succeeded in opening the eyes of the people. Because wherever you go in Uganda, our people know that the power is theirs. Our people know that we are living in a kleptocracy. Our people know that it's actually possible to kick Museveni out of power. Our people know they can be empowered. They can be empowered to be making decisions. They can be empowered to make their voice actually matter. What do we next? We have, as you must have seen, identified like-minded people all over the country to be coordinators in every region. And yes, they've assisted us go down, find other coordinators to the constituency level. The work is still ongoing because we are planning to have coordinators not only up to village level, but up to household level. Why are we doing that? Because we want the people themselves to own this, so that if we, the leaders, are arrested or even eliminated, I say that without fear of contradiction, because that is what normally happens in dictatorships. We know that our people will be empowered. And yes, we have seen it in the past, from the election in Chadondo East to the election in Bujiri, Rugunjiri, Jinja, and Arua. That once we get our people empowered, there's so much they can do. So we are at that level. Now we are on this tour in the diaspora to make sure we connect with all the brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Why? You guys are very, very, very important. While you are working so hard, while you are doing what you must do, you must remember that the Museveni dictatorship is the most scared dictatorship in the world today. It is very clear to Museveni that his days are numbered. He has seen what happened in the Gambia with Yahya Jammeh. He has seen what happened in Algeria. And yes, he has smelled what happened in the neighborhood in Sudan. And he knows that he is next. So he has employed every kind of brutality on the people of Uganda. People are being arrested, being tortured, women are being raped, and yes, people are being killed, both in secret and in broad daylight. I have seen with my eyes the police running over a young man on a border, a young man in Luwero called Sekama. It was a police truck, number UP2525, with my own eyes, and I did not have the specs on. I was watching with my clear eyes. They killed him. They continue to kill people. All of you have seen a young man in the news called Ziggy Wine, my fellow artist. He was killed. All of you have seen the military beating up a fellow artist, a young man called Sweet Pepsi. Yeah. He never recovered from his injuries. We buried him 2 weeks ago. That is what is going on in our country. So what can you guys do? Apart from what my brother Nobian was suggesting, you can put up even more pressure. Apart from communicating with the people who I know you have so much control on back home, you can exert pressure here on the leaders here. You know, Uganda is a country that depends so much on foreign aid. America spends, like Professor Alimadi said, almost $1 billion on our military. And that foreign aid is actually used to brutalize our people. So you can put pressure on them. This is a country that is governed by the law. This is a country where the voice of the citizens is respected. But again, when you keep silent, it's not going to work. Recently, our brothers and sisters in the diaspora put up so much pressure to the administration in the US to invoke the Magnitsky Act, and yes, the Global Magnitsky worked. You all know that the former police chief, Kale Kaihura, was indicted by the United States. You know that so many people in the regime that have taken part in the abuse of human rights have been denied visa to the United States. And that's just the beginning. You guys can do more. Kasukari keko, simanova tukongeremu. Yeah, so you guys can do more. I mean, you are more knowledgeable about the options. Today, I'm not here to teach you what to do, but to share ideas. While we want to update you on what's going on home, we want to hear from you. We want to also get guidance from you guys, because we're not speaking out of too much experience. We want this to be, about all of us. Let us own this struggle. Because if we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we shall push the regime back home to adhere to the principle of free and fair elections. And if there's a free and fair election, if there's a free and fair election, I can guarantee you that it will be game over for Museveni. We will beat him with an 80% or even a 90%. And guess what? Once that happens, it will not be us, the leadership of the People Power Movement. It will be Ugandans taking their power back. We will have done this as a people. In the past, Museveni has always claimed he liberated us. I'm not here to liberate anybody. I'm here to call upon all of you to liberate ourselves. And once we do it together, not a single man will ever rise and claim our liberation as his own. That means we will have, after kicking out a dictator, we will have built the muscle and the confidence to kick out anybody who will ever dare to misrule us. So, with those few words, brothers and sisters, I'm very glad to be here. I look forward to hear from you. I look forward to taking a few questions from you.